Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you very much in advance. This is a special bonus reading all about the messages from your passed away loved ones. So, Aquarius, I'm going to be using two decks today. One is The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid for the overall energy, and I'm going to read from the book at the end. And then the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot for the tarot reading. So, cards have been pre-shuffled. For Aquarius, please. Messages from their passed away loved ones. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aquarius. Thank you. Wow. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card. You're gonna have to forgive me because I can't. Oh, I got it. I don't have my reading glasses, and there's some very small print here, but it's number 32, which reduces to a 5, which corresponds to the Hierophant card in the Major Arcana, which corresponds to Taurus energy. And the words are here and now. I've had this deck for 4 years. I don't think I've ever pulled this card. It's quite beautiful. This is past and future. And I was trying to read the print on that, but I was like, I don't have my glasses. But it's a red pennant flag, and it says, "You are here. You are here." You can see she's kind of like a little a little fairy sitting on top of an egg that has this magical doorway. So real emphasis on staying in the present moment, that's for sure. With the Hierophant card as the reference, it talks about very focused on the divine, very focused on issues of learning and kind of researching and exploring things related to the divine and divinity. The Hierophant is known in the tarot as the Pope of the tarot, so somebody who is kind of an authority figure in religious and spiritual matters. But it can also be like a teacher or a guide, and it's almost like whoever is in spirit, whether it's a family member or a friend or somebody who's really important to you, they could have been a teacher. They could have just been a tremendously wise person. So like a grandparent or a parent, or just somebody that just seemed to radiate a kind of authority, or like a gravitas. That's the word. Thank you, Spirit. They had a presence about them. And it's almost like I see you as this little character, just childlike and listening. Not childlike in an immature way, but just deferring to the person that was wiser, right? Because this egg with the door open, it kind of speaks to me about potentiality, the potential of what could be. And here you are sitting squarely on top of it. And that is precisely what here and now represents, because in the present moment, and this is what I like to say when I do guided meditations for people, I say in the present moment, all possibilities exist. And you have free will to be able to make a decision, not just past or, not just left or right, but, or, looking to the past, looking to the future, but like in this space, it's almost like whatever that egg hatches, you can be completely privy to and responsible for with the power of your mind and your intention. So whoever is in spirit right now kind of wants to give you that wise piece of advice to stay in the present moment. It's more important to do that than to have all the answers. And, you know, that might be hard for an Aquarius, because Aquarians are very keen on kind of understanding what's at stake, what's at play. So I'm going to pull a few cards. There's no set spread. I just wanted to get, you know, the messages of the here and now. And the very first card that came out, Five of Swords. This came out in the Gemini reading as well. Five of Swords talks about, and it's double five. So 5-5 you may be seeing. Five of Swords can talk about competition and winning at all costs. For Gemini, and for you, I'm going to say the same because it still feels the same. It's some kind of like comparison energy. You're finding yourself wanting to compare yourself to others. Or maybe you're not wanting to, but you're just doing it, perhaps even subconsciously. What is it that they're doing? What job do they have? What do they have? How can I get it? And it's a little shrewd, this energy, I will say. It can feel a little deceptive, like taking the swords from the other soldiers to gain the upper hand and feeling really self-satisfied. You want to be kind of mindful in this energy, right? Sometimes, look, sometimes we have to play the game. Sometimes we have to play the game. I do it too, because we want to be light and love and all that, for sure. And I trend towards being empathetic, but I'm not interested in being a pushover. I'm not interested in being naive. I'm not interested in being taken for granted. And I suspect neither are you. And that's when this energy kind of rears its head. What you are interested in, reciprocity, Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. This card represents Libra in the minor arcana, the Justice card, which is in the major arcana. If you notice, this person in red is kind of portioning out the riches between these two kind of begging people. And that character is supposed to represent spirit. That spirit looks at the scale, looks with the scales of justice in hand and says, okay, you put out something to the world and then it shall be returned to you. It's almost like you put out goodness in the world, it returns to you tenfold. I mean, do some of you ever experience that? I certainly have. You know, you just do like one nice thing for somebody and you have no expectation of getting anything in return. And the next thing you know, it's like that person is so grateful that they just shower you with praise or like a gift or just their heart, or their words, their kind words, whatever it is, however that manifests for you. What you put out, you can get back tenfold. And that kind of goes both ways, doesn't it? That's why I said, you know, you want to be kind of mindful in this energy. We want to play the game, but not to the extent where all we're doing is game playing. Ultimately, we always want to operate from a space of authenticity, because that space of authenticity shapes our reality, right? And by authenticity, it's not just authentic with others, more importantly, authentic with self. So you could be asking yourself at this time, what is it that I've really contributed to the world? I dare say a lot, especially if you're an Aquarius. Aquarians, you know, you guys march to the beat of your own drum. You don't really abide by the rules per se. It's like, know the rules to break the rules. Know the rules to capitalize on the rules. It's interesting, isn't it? It's like fairness and unfairness. But in this scenario, this is you. And in this scenario, this is you, or this is you. Something about that. Your passed away loved ones want to highlight that. They just said pride before the fall. Pride before the fall. You just be mindful, that's all. It's like, okay, Spirit just said, like, the Spirit just said, the phrase I heard was, check yourself before you wreck yourself. It's the different ways to say it. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I mean, doesn't mean it's any less true. It's important though. Page of Pentacles out next. Page of Pentacles. This is a less mature energy. It's about somebody who is curious about the world, wants to look for and walk towards opportunity, towards resources that they might not have started with, to explore that aspect and what part they play in that. But this card is in reverse for you, so it's kind of like this hesitancy to start anything new. It's almost like, you know, I've been in some industry for so long, and I know how to play this game, and I know how to win at this game. But after this card came this card, 7 of Pentacles. I just want to point out, when you do tarot math, 1 + 6, 7 of Pentacles. And it's like, there may be a hesitancy to start something new, but your guides and your passed away loved ones are showing me that they can see you questioning what it is that you've already invested in. This is a card of contemplating whether it was worth it and whether or not you want to continue along the same path. So if you've planted a lot of seeds and watched them grow to fruition, like if you've made an investment in something and, you know, it's successful, moderate to above average successful in something, but it doesn't speak to you, it doesn't fill you with joy or passion or excitement. You're just like, okay, it was decent. It was decent. But what was I was reading this somewhere. I don't know who said it. It's like one of these gurus on TikTok or whatever, which I'm not making fun of, but I just can't remember who it was. But there are a lot of people out there, myself included, it's like all kind of contributing something to the conversation of consciousness, of spirituality, of manifestation. But I believe it was a business person who said that the most dangerous place that a person can be in their lives, let's just say either in a relationship or professionally in a job, the most dangerous place you can be in is this, which is simply complacency, or just maintaining a status quo, just maintaining, just in general. Because there's not, let's say if it's a job situation, for example, you don't hate your job, you don't love your job, they pay you a pretty good amount, but you could stand to make more, of course, but you're not willing to do the work to apply to another job or apply for a promotion because it's too much trouble. We're just going to stay comfortable. Apply that to a relationship too. And then 10 years pass by and you're still with the same person that you feel very ho-hum about. So that's why it's the most dangerous, because it's almost better if you're just brand new and beginning and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, like this card in the upright. Or if you're just so fed up beyond belief that Spirit gives you like a tower moment, just kicks you in the butt and says, you need to get out of there and catapult your life into something better. That's just these gurus' opinion, but I resonated with that. I thought that was, I often find myself very comfortable in places like this. And so every day, you know, especially since my spiritual awakening, I always ask that question, like, why am I still here? And Spirit gives me an answer. Spirit gives me an answer. So there's something to that your loved ones want to tell you to be really conscious of your mindset. How are you feeling in these scenarios that you find yourself in? Does it still motivate you? Do you still feel enthralled? Have you ever felt enthralled? And if you haven't, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? And what are you putting out into the world to make things happen? I'm actually going to pull a card on the Seven of Pentacles because I'm curious about what this investment is. So, okay. They didn't tell me what the investment is per se, but they showed me the Four of Swords in reverse, which tells me that you're done with whatever this is. You're done being complacent. It's almost like this card in the upright is kind of a slumber, kind of we're just resting here for a moment while we kind of lick our wounds with the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak card. It's referenced here, right? Here's the fourth sword. This is a card of rest and recuperation. So in the upright, this card would suggest we're just going to slow down just get our bearings. We're going to slow down. We're just going to regroup. But when the card is in the reverse, it's kind of telling you we got to wake up, snap out of it, wake up. We got to do something. And so I asked for a clarifier on this. This is the card Spirit gave me. It's like, you know that you don't want to stay in this anymore. You're bored by this. This is boring to you. What is it that you want to do? Celebrate. You want to feel joyous again. You want to feel a sense of community, camaraderie. You might want to go into business with friends, which that can be tricky. So just make sure you trust these people and put things in writing too, because just because you trust people doesn't mean you don't need to have a contract. But you want to feel joyous again. You want to celebrate. You want to there's abundance in this card. It's like it was interesting. I was feeling kind of low the other day, and my friend who has, you know, certifications and meditation practices, she said, honey, just dance in your bedroom, just dance to some music, get your body moving. It will really, really help you to shake up the stagnant energy. And so Spirit is showing me that for you right now, that maybe what it requires, maybe you've just been working a lot and you need to remember what it feels like to celebrate something. Even if it's just the here and now and being alive and being in a space of gratitude. So I'm going to read from the book number 32. Here and now. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. Everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. The power is in your hands, and your guides are really supporting you. They're supporting you, but they that sense of mindfulness is there. Ask them for help. Ask them to show you the way. If you're confused, ask them to show you clarity, and it will be provided to you. That's your reading, Aquarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aquarius.